Hi, good morning, hello, and welcome back. I'm Griffin McElroy, and every Friday, for the last 3 Fridays or so, I've been trying to put together a list of every video game I've ever played and beaten and loved and should play, and it's an ambitious project, but it's been a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that you're here as we we're definitely wrapping up the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Maybe we'll have time to start the next platform, but I'm thrilled you're here. Hope you're having a good Friday. Let's kick off the weekend strong with another episode of Let's Go. Hello. Welcome to the Spreadsheet. I didn't do a great job last week of walking through everyone, sort of what all this stuff means. So I'll do it here at the top in case this is your first time. We got 4 columns here in which I'm tracking this data. We've got games I've played here. It's got the play button. We got, oh wait, you can't see my cursor. That's weird. Why can't you see my cursor? There it is. The flag is games I finished, because when you finish a race, they wave a flag for that. The heart is for the love. It's for the power of love. It's for games I loved. And then the push pen is my cue. If there's games that I want to get back to that I didn't give enough of a shake. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do there. So yeah, I think we left off with Radical Rex, which I hadn't played, but I am gonna put on the queue. I can't believe I didn't do that last week. And let's start spreadsheeting. Raiden? No. Rampart was I did play Rampart. I think I played Rampart once because I rented it from a Blockbuster video thinking it was a Rampage. Little did I know that what I was actually getting was a pretty dry sort of tactics game. We got a few games that did not come out here in the States. I'm so curious about Record of Lodoss War. This was I think it started as a sort of very popular manga adaptation of someone's actual D&D game. Let's hop over to it. Whoop. Thanks, Nostalgic Games. Because I don't know what the game version of this looks like. It came out in 95. What kind of game are we talking about here? A lot of reading. Fuck yeah. Looks cool. But what is so far it's just mostly reading. Are we talking about turn-based combat? What are we dealing with here? Oh, okay, hold on. We got an isometric view. Okay, yeah, we are talking about a turn-based combat sort of thing. I'm so curious about this. I do wanna check this one out. Put Record of Lodoss War on there. I bet it's not too hard to track down a translated version. Griffin must finish Revolution X. I don't think that game actually has a second level. I think when Steven Tyler yeets you the keys to his Pontiac Grand Prix after you kill 200 men inside of what I think is an exotic dance business. I don't think that they have another level after that. They just play 15 seconds of Dream On. Okay, so there's 4 fucking Ren and Stimpy games. I remember Vidiots. The rest of these, man, I don't know that I want to spend a bunch of time diving through. Let's check out Fire Dogs. What was the most recent one? 95. Let's try that one out. I did play a lot of licensed games. Odds are pretty good that I did this one. Okay, I'm having trouble finding a commentary-free version of the Ren and Stimpy SNES game. It's pretty loud. Pretty loud. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look familiar to me. The slap meter, I feel like I would remember Melon. If you charge up Melon, the pro strats right now is you main Melon. It's a dex-based, Melon-based build. So we're just gonna say VDs is the only one of those I played. Revolution X, yes, I've played it. It sucks so bad. so bad. It's just a really bad game for a pretty bad band. Like, I try to keep things positive here, but I don't know. The only good thing that Aerosmith ever did was have a pretty good roller coaster based on them in Hollywood studios. And now they don't even have that anymore. So, all right, we're going to get into a lot of stuff. Rise of the Robots sounds familiar. Actually, let me check that out. Rise of the Phoenix does not sound familiar. Let's get into this long play here. Oh, wait, is this like a Terminator deal? Oh, shit. No, I remember this. Look at this. That's so cool. Looks like a slimy Pepsi Man fighting Wall-E. Music kind of slaps. You guys hearing this shit? It doesn't look fun, but like... I would love to just listen to the soundtrack of that game without all of the smashing sounds, but I have played Rise of the Robots. Risky Challenge? Risky Challenge, eh? That's a puzzle game. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a great view of that one. Yeah, no, I haven't played Risky Challenge. Rival Turf? No. River City Girls 0? No. I'm just gonna go until I reach one that I recognize. Robotrek is sick. I have played Robotrek, and you know what? I'm gonna queue up Robotrek. Robotrek was, I believe, an Enix jam, where you were like an inventor boy, and you had a robot that you could like. Yeah, it was an Enix jam. We got Enix in the mix. You know it's gonna be good most of the time. God, I remember playing this for the first time on emulators, like in my middle school library. I had like Robotrek and maybe 2 other games on a floppy disk that I could like put into the school library computers and play these games. But I had never heard of it before that. This looks good though. You're like customizing a robot, and there's like all kinds of different stuff you can do with it. You get that good Enix font. I love the Enix font. Anyway, I don't want to give away any spoilers for Robotrek, but it's a sick one. If you missed out on that one and you're a fan of that era of JRPGs, then it's worth it. The rock and roll racing, that sounds like one everyone's played. That sounds like a bundle ass game. Yeah, I played rock and roll racing. It's not. I mean, this is rock and roll racing. Thanks, World of Long Plays. God, I love bit crushed vocals. Shred was lost out there. Olaf lights him up. We just witnessed a murder. That man in that car just killed another guy. Okay, we did play that. We did play Rocketeer. The Rocketeer stands out in my mind for 2 reasons. One, I think Justin got sent a copy of it for free because he reviewed it for a local kids news production called Kids Mag in Huntington. So I remember that. We got it for free. We didn't get games for free like ever, and so that was exciting. And that number 2, that it was pretty rough to play. There was like a racing mini game that you had to do before you could go further in the game, and I could never get past it. Thanks, Arcade Replay. Beautiful Stinger music, Arcade Replay. Yeah, let's watch this. Fucking hell, holy shit, Rocketeer, Jesus. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't figure it out. And there's like whole other parts of the game where you're like the Rocketeer and you're beating ass. But then there's also these like weird over-the-shoulder shooter segments. And then there's like, now you're flying around as the Rocketeer. Pick a thing, guys. It's like they made... I wish I could go back in time as a 39-year-old man and be on Kids Mag and be like, it fucking stinks. They tried to make too many games in the one game. Okay, Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day. Yeah, that's a classic. Rocky Rodent is... Yeah, Rocky Rodent. Do you guys fuck with Crash Bandicoot? Because if you do, you owe a debt of gratitude to Rocky Rodent. He's a rodent. He's not a, marsupial, but oh man, look at this fucking guy. You're gonna lose your mind if you've never seen Rocky Rodent. Don't know who made Rocky Rodent. I assume we're about to find out. It was Irem. But it was, this was a Primo B-Buster rental, and just a solid kind of platformer where you were this rodent with a bad attitude, and you could find magic hairspray that gave you special hair upgrades. Show me Rocky Rodent. Show me him with that cool... Look at that. Powerful, virile hair on Rocky Rodent. It doesn't look so sick, but maybe you get more powers and stuff later on. Yeah, see, you get hat power. Oh, yeah, I never got this far in the game. There is actually different hair-based powers. Man, Rocky Rodent, you're so fun. Evil Bubsy. That is, I guess, one way of putting it. Oh, he can bounce on the hair, too? You gotta understand, this may not look amazing, but, like, the competition was Radical Rex. So this is leaps and bounds ahead of that. We played Rocky Rodent. Didn't love it, but whatever. Okay, I've never played any of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms games. Romancing Saga is a huge oversight for me. Let's take a look at Romancing Saga. I feel like I don't know fucking anything about it. My apologies. I'm seeing some people in the chat real stoked for Romancing Saga. This doesn't look like it came out in the States, so maybe the folks in the chat can fill me in as to when this first came our way. Let's try and look at the later ones. Is it possible that Romancing Saga 3 came to the States but didn't? The first one did not? I don't know. We didn't have a great track record of getting JRPGs over here with, like, normal kind of numbering conventions. All right. This looks good. Yeah, cool. Fuck yeah. That's 5 people shooting bows all at the same time. That's crazy. What is this game? This must be like a cutscene or something, right? This is like the attract screen. Okay, yeah, because this video is not very long. Without Romancing Saga, we would have no Final Fantasy. Interesting. Romancing Saga saved Square from financial ruin. I gotta read up on this stuff. I gotta read up on Romancing Saga. I struggle with the sort of like modern gaming, retro, handheld, emulator, all that sort of ecosystem has made playing historically important, but perhaps mechanically dry JRPGs from yesteryear a lot more appealing. I feel like I should have a reckoning with all of these different sort of major franchises that I've overlooked over the years. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, turn-based combat. That looks sick. That's normal for combat, not a cutscene. Okay, great. It does look like fun. We're gonna put that one. We're gonna put that one on the queue. I guess I'll put the first one. I guess I can queue up all 3 of them. There's no logins. This is my spreadsheet. I mean, Amanda helped me make it because I don't know how to do a lot of stuff on spreadsheets. But RPM racing. Okay, if this is the isometric sort of dirt track racing game that I think it is, then I have played it. Yeah, I do remember this because it looks like Stunts. There was a game that was on my mom's PC at church where she worked called Stunts, and it looked like this, kind of. It was, I think, first person, but it had this kind of like polygonal. Why did that car just explode in midair? It's a cool fucking game. Looks terrible, but I definitely remember it. All right. Ruin Arm, no. Run Saber. Ruin Arm is a top-down role-playing game. It must not have come to the States. Power Rangers Zero Battle Racers, no. Samurai Showdown, maybe on the Neo Geo, but definitely not here. Saturday Night Slam Masters. That can't be good, right? Can't be a good game with a name like God doesn't give with both hands. He doesn't let you have a name. Capcom made it, though. Capcom did make it, though. Dude. There was a wrestling Street Fighter. There's a wrestling Street Fighter. I'm learning so much doing this series. Thank you to VCO Retro Games. Okay, so some of these moves are maybe not the most approved kind of wrestling maneuvers. Oh, he got out. What's he gonna get? A big bucket? Fucking get him. Whoa! Gang, this looks actually pretty cool. I have not played Saturday Night Slam Masters, but damn, looks pretty rad. Okay, Scooby-Doo Mystery, no. Sequest DSV, yes. And now we get to 2 beautiful ones. I'm going to do these in chronological, not alphabetical order, starting with Secret of Mana. That's going to get a played. That's going to get a finished. That's going to get a loved. We may do more. I almost want to queue it up because it's so fucking good. Secret of Mana. It was a, I'm going to get this wrong, but there was like a Final Fantasy adventure game that I think was, chat, you're going to have to fill in the blanks here because I know it was released in Japan first as Seiken Dentetsu, I want to say, 2. So like this was like the action RPG Squaresoft sort of model. And you got that with, I believe, Final Fantasy Adventure on the Game Boy and maybe something else. Oh, it's right here. Seiken Densetsu. My apologies. So yeah, Secret of Mana, multiplayer action RPG on the Super Nintendo. Fucking stellar music, incredible art and story and characters and world. Fun as hell to play in single player or multiplayer. Adore Secret of Mana. Adore it. No, not Mystic Quest. Mystic Quest was a turn-based game. This was, this was not. It's one of those that, like, I don't know, you go back and they had to solve for, like, how do you include RPG-style shit in an action game, right? There's a reason that usually in, like, Zelda, you don't stop to, like, cast a spell a bunch of times. And the way they got around that is this system where you have to, like, charge up your attacks to be fully effective. You see it's at 39% now, and it goes up to 100. Once it's at 100, you're hitting full power. So it's almost turn-based, right? Because you have to, like, wait for your meter to fill up. So, like, I don't know. It was an interesting kind of hybrid. Nowadays, it plays a little bit slow, but you do kind of get into the rhythm. And once you unlock the other characters and the spells, like, it gets a lot better. I'm looking for the... There's a song that I get stuck in my head all the time from this game. It's in the forest level. I think it's called Secret of the Forest. Is this it? Yeah. We just got to get somewhere where... Whoa, look at that big bird. Oh, the boss fight music fucking slaps too. Fucking crazy. That so good, man. All right, I want to find the secret of the... Oh, that's good. Oh, we went to the mana tree. We're way too far ahead. Dang, we passed where we needed to be significantly, didn't we? It's been a really long time since I've played this. I did try to get my 9-year-old into playing it with me, but he didn't like it so much. There we go. Oh no, this isn't the song I'm thinking of. This is a very good one, though. Alright, here we go. This is, I think, Things the Forest Taught Me is this song. That's so good, man. That's one of the best songs. That's one of the best songs that ever happened on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Love Secret of Mana. So incredible. There is a lot of Peacecraft music. I've pulled a lot of music for the videos that I've made. Back when I thought you could just use any video game sort of music and get off scot-free, which I now know is not the case. We're going. We got to take him there, gang. This maybe goes against my, like, these have to be timeless, because there's some stuff that's a bit antiquated about Secret of Mana, but just a game that is very personally, I don't know. I played through it a few times with my brothers and my dad, and it was just a family favorite, and therefore it earns its place in the stars. Now, back to the spreadsheet. That's Secret of Mana. This was followed up by, let's see, what year? 2 years later, we got Secret of Evermore, okay? Now, this one, rather than being sort of like a fantasy action RPG, is based on, like, pulp, like, novels and movies from, like, the 50s. And so you play as a kid who gets sucked into a time machine, and you and your dog go through on an adventure through different eras of this one land. So you start out, you go to dinosaur times. You could have a second player, I think, play as the dog, if memory serves. So yeah, you're going through there. You go through antiquity. You go through, what else? Like sort of medieval time. Every time you go through a different time era, your dog transforms. So he starts off as this like big shaggy beast. But then like as you go on, he turns into different dogs, which is so good. It's a really, really cool, really interesting game that I have a lot of fondness for, because I have this memory like crystallized in my mind of coming home from school one day and going up into the attic, which is where we had 2 of our bedrooms in our house. And Dad was just like in the room playing Secret of Evermore on Super Nintendo. And like, we didn't ask him to buy the game. We didn't like trade in a bunch of shit at Babbage's. Dad just like liked playing Secret of Mana with us. And so just like got Secret of Evermore. And like coming home and there's like a new video game in the house was like such a, I don't know, obviously a huge moment because it's such a like crystal clear memory. I have a lot of fondness for the game for that reason. And because it's just like weird. There's some stuff that sucks shit in this game, namely the magic system. It's called alchemy, and you have to like use reagents to like cast spells. So sometimes you have to go around and like farm stuff if you want to cast the spells. That part's kind of annoying. Some of the chapters are a little bit tough to get through. It's just not as like coherent a thing as Secret of Mana. You got a mud pepper, that's exciting. But just such a cool game, such a cool special game. I love Secret of Evermore. We played it, and we finished it, and we loved it. We're not going to pinnacle it. Haven't played any of these, but I know that Seiken Densetsu 3 is a favorite that wasn't translated until fairly recently. Goddamn, sorry. This is a bop. This is a bop from Pete Frogs. Or Joshua Morris, sorry. I do have to turn it down a little bit. It's hard to talk when the Hyrule Castle funk is hitting as hard as it is. Anyway, never played that one. Nor have I played whatever Pretty Fighter is. Let's keep on rocking. We haven't even hit the Super era, but we're going to get there very soon, and then we're going to be there for a while. The Shadow, yes. Shadowrun, barely. Recently, it's very complicated. It's called Trials of Mana in the West. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I played that one. Shadowrun, cool. Like ahead of its time, kind of CRPG almost. I have to turn this down more. It's too fucking funky. I can't focus. But I can't. I never really got into it. I'm not a huge CRPG guy, generally speaking, and it's cool that they made one on the SNES, but it's not very fun to play, in my opinion. We're gonna skip down to Shaq Fu. Yes, of course. I mean, how's Shaq Fu hold up? It's been a while since I've played Shaq Fu. Let's just see. I mean, Electronic Arts don't miss. Bad start. I mean, that's just a fighting game with Shaquille O'Neal in it. I mean, it looks like a good fighting game. Maybe a little floaty. I can't speak to the punch feel of Shaq Fu. Yeah, I mean, look at the animations. These are tight as hell, man. Hey, was Shaq Fu good? It does not hold up. Okay. Good to know. So we played Shaq Fu. That's where we're gonna leave that. Shin Megami Tensei didn't play on the SNES. Didn't go back and check those out. I've never. Can I say this makes me probably a filthy casual in a lot of people's estimation, but I love the Persona games, and I have never been able to hang with a Shin Megami Tensei game. Not even the new ones, and I think they're cool, and I've enjoyed what I've played with them, but I've never gotten remotely as stuck into those as I have the Persona games. I just want to get that off my chest. Keep rocking, keep going. Sid Meier's Civilization? I don't think I played that on the Super Nintendo. Sim Ant, I definitely played, but on PC. Sim City was a good one. Sim City was a real good one. I don't think I can say that I finished it, but I did love it. Sim City 2000, I don't recall. I don't recall Sim City 2000. Let's take a look at it. Did I play Persona 2? Not for very long. Oh, we're not in theater mode. That whole time I was wasting your guys' screen real estate. I'm so sorry. That's the one that's like 2 games, right? I've heard it's really good. This does not seem as fun as SimCity on the SNES. Yeah, okay, this is a little thing, but like compare this to the SimCity footage. Because I don't know, it feels like SimCity did a way better job of having this be a console-based experience. You're like fairly close up and drawing in straight sort of lines, and the music was super chill. You could do disasters, and you could make like Bowser come out of the ocean and fuck up your city if you wanted to. I want to get some of this on the Every Game Ever Spreadsheet soundtrack. That's so nice. So nice. Okay, Sim Earth, The Living Planet, not here. The Simpsons, Bart's Nightmare. There you are. There you are, Bart's Nightmare. I knew you were on here somewhere. Yeah. All the Simpsons licensed games that were not... I mean, we gotta watch Bart's Nightmare. I'm so sorry, gang. I'm so sorry to make you watch Bart's Nightmare. It was like almost like a minigame collection, thanks Long Play Library, where you were Bart and you were trying to... Oh, that's right. You're going around and you're trying to catch Z's. I guess with bubblegum bubbles? Well, wow, this looks awful, actually. Wow. I don't actually know that that's just like Bart. Was there another version? There was Sim Earth, but I did not play that one for sure. Can you just, like, get into... Okay, yeah, so now you're playing, like, Dig Dug. And you have to do this so you can get all of the pieces of paper for your homework. Or else you fail, and it's bad. I could never do this one, man. I never really understood what Bart wanted me to do, because there was no tutorialization in Bart's Nightmare. They didn't give a shit if you finished Bart's Nightmare. Hey, this doesn't look very good. Sometimes here on Every Game Ever, we're gonna see one, and we're gonna be surprised that it doesn't hold up really at all. Are we in the right thing? Yeah. Simtown, no. Didn't play that. Sink or Swim, no. Skyblazer. What was Skyblazer? Was Skyblazer the Quintet thing? I thought that was Soul Blazer. We'll get around to that pretty soon, I imagine. Who did this? This is Sony ImageSoft. What is Skyblazer doing? Hey, this looks familiar. This kind of looks familiar. What are you doing, Skyblazer? Nah, I haven't played this. Looks neat, though. All right, Skyblazer, thank you. Slam Dunk SD Heat Up, no. Slayers, no. Smart Ball, no. Smash TV, yep. You know what? Fucking love Smash TV. I love Smash TV. You know Smash TV. I don't have to show you Smash TV. It's like a top-down twin-stick cooperative, I don't know, Running Man-style post-apocalyptic arena game. I just used a lot of terms to describe Smash TV. But we had a copy of this one, and I don't know. There weren't a ton of really, really fun co-op style games like that back in the SNES era, so I was happy to have the ones we had. Let's keep going down. Smash Tennis. I remember Virtua Tennis. I don't think Smash Tennis is ringing any bells. No, Snoopy Concert. This is a fan translation of Snoopy Concert. You all know my feelings on this dog. I don't fucking get it. So you're Woodstock, I guess, and you're telling Snoop where to go. That's kind of neat. Sort of a baby's day out. The music's great. The Woodstock sound is really hard to listen to. But I mean, this is the music is just like, that's what Vince Guaraldi, I think, had in mind when he first wrote the piece. Okay, not Snow White and Happily Ever After. The music does slap. I mean, it's Vince Guaraldi. It's gonna be good stuff. Soccer Kid, no. Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill. I'm so sorry. Okay, this was from 2018, so that's not real. Soldiers of Fortune, no. Sonic Blast Man. Hey, Sonic Blast Man. What is your deal? Show me something good, Sonic Blast Man. Show me something good, Sonic. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Look at the way Sonic Blast Man kicks at. Oh, well, get up. That's cool. I like the way Sonic Punch Man punches everyone like really, really fast. Is he One Punch Man's dad? I don't know. I like it. I've never heard of it before, but good name. Looks like a fun beat 'em up. Okay. Where are we nearing Supertown yet? Because we're gonna be there for a while. Soul Blazer. Okay, Soul Blazer I've played a little bit of. I've never gotten too deep into Soul Blazer. Welcome back to the Quintet sort of saga. Your ActRaisers, your Illusions of Gaia up in the mix. This was, I think, a precursor to both of those. And you get some of the same sort of stuff that Illusion of Gaia gives you, right? You got, you're going through, you have to defeat all the enemies. The sound effects are all the same. Like when you kill something. That tripped me out the first time I saw it. But I didn't really get it when I checked it out. As much as I enjoy some of the Quintet games. I don't know. But I would happily give this one another try. So it's on the queue. Good. Space Ace, yes, not the best version of Space Ace, but even the best version of Space Ace is still not amazing. Spanky's Quest. Spanky's Quest. Spanky's Quest. It said Natsume made it. It's called Spanky's Quest. Fucking hell, man. I don't care if we get flagged for this. I don't think Natsume's out here making YouTube strikes, but is the whole soundtrack bangers? Okay. Guys, what is Spanky's Quest? Who is... Okay, wait. Oh, shit. Okay. This looks like, I will not remember the name of this game. It wasn't Bubble Bobble, but there was one where you were like brothers. It had brothers in the title, and you had to bounce balloons to beat enemies like this. I don't know. It looks like that's what Spanky's doing. Looks hard. I guess he makes bubbles that turn into volleyballs. That's cool. If that's his power, I like it. Good music on Spanky's Quest. I don't think I'm going to go back for that. Sparkster. Okay, hold on. Was Sparkster Rocket Knight? Did they release Rocket Knight on the SNES and call it Sparkster? I feel like I think that's true. Konami, I think, made Rocket Knight, so yeah, dude. Okay, I never really looked up why this happened, but that's Rocket Knight from Rocket Knight Adventures, which I played on the Sega Genesis. Is this a prequel? I don't know. Love Rocket Knight. What a cool guy. He's a knight with armor. He's a... I forget what animal he is. But he's got a jetpack also. Just a really, really super solid action platformer. I don't think I've played Sparkster, though. I don't know. I might queue up Sparkster. I might toss him on there. Spectre, no. Speed Racer, no. Speedy Gonzalez and Lost, no. Spider-Man, okay. Okay, so here's Maximum Carnage. Definitely played that one. I'm going to take a little look at Spider-Man SNES just to see if it looks familiar, and yeah, it does. I'm going to check that one. I'm not going to show it to you, though, because that's boring. Spin Dizzy Worlds. That one sounds familiar, too. Let's dip into Spin Dizzy Worlds. Probably not for too long, though, because I bet there's going to be some for folks who suffer from maybe inner ear issues. Oh, okay, the screen doesn't spin. Okay, I've not played Spin Dizzy Worlds. It's a cool name, though. Played this on the... Yeah, but I don't know if Sparkster and Rocket Knight Adventures are the same game. You know what I mean? And I don't know how to Google that. I've not played Spin Dizzy Worlds. No. Spriggan Powered. No. Star Fox, of course. Star Fox Super Weekend. Was Star Fox Super Weekend the... Well, hold on. What was Star Fox Super Weekend? Okay, that was the Star Fox competition that I also took part in. Was this separate? I guess this was separate technically from the... we can watch Star Fox if you want. From the Donkey Kong Country one. But I remember competing in this also. So I'm going to mark it. Oh, yeah, it was like, how high a score can you get in 4 minutes? Sure. Hey, y'all played that new Star Fox? I just started playing it this morning. And, it's solid. I don't remember... I played Star Fox 64 specific... Nice job getting the wings, goober. I've lost all muscle memory I may have initially had with Star Fox, sadly. But I'm excited to get it back. Star Ocean, yeah, I haven't gotten too far into... Haven't played any of these. No. Street Fighter, yes. Okay, so... Street Fighter 2 Turbo, absolutely. That's probably my favorite. That's the one I come back to often. I don't want to give Star Ocean a short shrift. I didn't play a ton of it. Street Fighter, I don't know about 30th. Okay, that came out in 2017. I definitely played original Street Fighter 2. I don't think I played Street Fighter Alpha 2. That came out in 96. I'm pretty sure I had moved on from the Super Nintendo at that point. It was pretty close to it. To keep on going down. I'm so desperate to get to Supers. We're almost there. Stunt Race FX. Yep. Did do that one. Sunset Riders. Slaps, dude. This one I'll play whenever. This one I'll play on arcade. I'll play on my handhelds. I'll do whatever, man. It was a Contra. You were doing a Contra, but you had a bunch of different characters. This guy could shoot so many bullets all at the same time. And you had that good-ass... Is this Konami Jam? It is, right? Where's the bury me with my money guy? It's one of the all-time, like, death catchphrases. Here we go.
Bury me with my money.
We quote that a lot. I don't know if that sounds familiar to you just from, I don't know, Taz and Mabim Bam, but this guy getting killed, and then just very casually dropping his last will and testament, honestly.
Marry me with my money.
The juxtaposition of that's really good to me.
Marry me with my money.
Solid shit, Sunset Riders. Absolutely.
Bury me with my money.
All right, supers. I'm gonna move it fast and loose through these. I'm not gonna watch every single gameplay footage thing here. I'm gonna go by. I'm gonna only check shit that I know dead to rights. But I wanna try to move quickly. Super Adventure Island 1 and 2, yes. Super Alfred Chicken, yes. Oh, fuck. I said that and then immediately I have to check on Super Alfred Chicken. It just sounds so familiar. You guys have those where it's like the name sounds so familiar. You're like, surely I played Super Alfred Chicken. Why would I know his name so good? No? No, it doesn't look very good. Maybe it's just one that I saw ads for in Nintendo Power a whole lot. Okay, Super Back to the Future Part 2. I think we played on a... Did we play that one on a stream? No, we didn't. I think this was going to be one that we did for Mick Arcade, which we did on Clubhouse last year. But I don't think we actually ever really got around to playing this one. But I did play it while I was checking out the games for that. So yeah, cool. Okay. Whew. Super Baseball, no. No. Super Bases Loaded. Yes. No. I just don't think I played a baseball game on Super Nintendo. It's just not hitting me as super familiar. Keep on going. Let's scroll down a bit. Okay, Super Bomberman. Hell yeah, now we're talking. Super Bomberman. God, you had to make fucking 5 of these, didn't you, Super Bomberman? Might be easier to start at the end and work our way backwards to see where I maybe fell off of Super Bomberman. So I definitely played a lot of these games because they were all-time... Nope. I don't remember that kangaroo. I don't know him from Adam's Off Ox. So we know we didn't hit 5. Let's keep working our way backwards. This is the only way that we're going to be able to do this, unfortunately. Super Bomberman 4. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think this is it. Here's the deal. We didn't, again, I hate to keep banging this drum, but we didn't buy, like, every video game that came out. So, like, if we had a Super Bomberman that held up for, like, multiplayer gaming sessions, we probably didn't prioritize getting the next few Super Bombermans. I don't know, man. No, there's that goddamn kangaroo again. So, no. Okay, Super Bomberman 2's gotta be our guy, I think. Super Bomberman 2's gotta be our dude. Yes. Okay, this is looking more like my Bomberman. Oh, we're already here. Very loud bombs in this one. My review of Super Bomberman 2 is that the bombs are so loud. All right. I do distinctly remember this. But if I see that kangaroo, I'm going to freak the fuck out. I haven't seen him so far. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, so we played Super Bomberman 2, and via the transitive property, we've played Super Bomberman 1. Super Bonk. Super Bonk, the caveman game. Yes. Super Buster Brothers was the game I was trying to think of earlier that Spanky's Quest reminded me of. Thank you, Arcade Replay, where you're running around and you gotta blow up. Oh, maybe this is not what I was thinking of. I have played this game, though. It's hard as shit. Because the balls don't bounce very high. They bounce approximately 1 boy high. And so you really got to be careful where you're standing. I don't know. It's all right. It's neat. We played Super Buster Brothers. Not Super Caesar's Palace. Super Castlevania 4. Do we watch that just for, like, the music? Just, like, as a treat? Just as a treat, do we watch a little bit of Super Castlevania 4 just for the music? All right, where's this shit kick off? Here we go, there we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Good strats. God damn. When did this come out? 91? God damn, that's so good. I don't want to turn it off. But I must. We've miles to go before we sleep. I'll say this. I don't go back and play Super Castlevania 4 a lot. It's hard. Basically, all of the kind of Symphony of the Night era stuff, I find to be a little too difficult to be super enjoyable. But damn, dude. Damn, that music is so good. It sounded better than anything else that had come before it when it came out in 1991, man. I was 4 years old when this game dropped. Crazy. All right, keep rolling. We're in the Super Cs, so we're feeling okay about it. Super Double Dragon, no. Where are we going? Super Famicom Wars? What is that? I don't know. It came out in 98. That's a little bit late for an SNES game. Okay, Super Fire Pro Wrestling. I don't think so. I know that's probably wild because I know a lot of people love Fire Pro Wrestling, but I gotta be careful here because my brain is not great now, and I feel like it's gonna trick me sometimes. When I recognize a name so good, I will think, oh, I certainly have played that, but I don't think I played that. That guy's fucked up. Yeah, I just don't think I've played Super Fire Pro Wrestling, like any of them. I don't think I played wrestling games until like the N64 era. So we'll hold off on that and keep on going. Super Fishing Big Fight. I do want to know about Super Fishing Big Fight. Because what if it rips? Like, what if it's good? I don't recognize that name. Super Fishing Big Fight. Yeah, dude. Blaze through that main menu. Okay, I'm guessing this did not get a local United States release. Would love to see what Super Fishing Big Fight looks like with the fishing happening. Here we go. Jesus Christ, that was bad to hear. My apologies. You got him. I love his little... I love that shuffle. Ooh, yeah. Get him. Hook him. Yep. There you go. Get his ass. Nope. You got it. Nope. Give him a little line. Fish are so stupid. You got to trick them. You got to let them swim away a little bit, and they're like, haha, I'm free. And then you... I've never caught a fish once in my life. Super Fishing Big Fight. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, yes. Don't know what else to say, but fuck that game. It's too hard. They made it too hard. It's broken how hard it is. Have not played Super Godzilla. No. Super Kickoff. I don't think so. Super Loops with a Z is awesome, but no. Okay, here we are. All right, here we are. Let's just, yeah, here we go. Fuck, man. How do we feel about compilations? How do we feel about compilations, right? I'm going to go ahead and say Super Mario World is like... It's important. It's an important game for the whole kind of like medium, right? Let's just I'll just so there's not like, still in my opinion the best 2D Super Mario game, and it's yeah, it is 26. Oh, I'm sorry, 36 years old. It's crazy. So he's gonna go there, right? All timer. But then like Super Mario All Stars also fucking rules. So how do we feel about Super Mario All Stars plus Super Mario World going on there? I don't know. I feel like it's bad form, and I feel like it's contrary to the spirit of the thing. I want to put together a list of every video game I've ever played. Having it be filled up with like a bunch of compilations, I don't think is gonna do me much good. Again, I will mention the lack of phalanx. Yeah, I took it off there. It's not a good game. I would rather play the first Mario trilogy in their original NES forms than All Stars, honestly. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I remember some of it being pretty good. But Super Mario All Stars, great value. Can't beat that. Super Mario All Kart. Yes. I mean, I spent so much time with it. I think I could say I beat it. Yeah, absolutely. Really great. It's probably the one I go back to the least, just because same thing with like Star Fox on the SNES. It just doesn't feel as good as, give me Mario Kart 64 like all day, any day. But the music in Mario Kart is obviously exceptional. Let's talk about Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Yeah, man. You're telling me that Squaresoft made a Mario game? Can you even imagine? Can your mind even fathom being a child when this was announced? Crazy. I'm begging you just to say the year. Don't say X years ago. It hurts. It's making my back hurt to hear. Hey, I hear you. It is what it is. You gotta own it. Growing up rules, actually. You can do more stuff. What do we want to watch here, gang? This is great. Goddamn. Okay, a funny Super Nintendo game is like, why? Like, of course. Why didn't we think of that? All of the like writing in this game, I feel like the lineage of funny Mario RPGs, like it starts right here. And them Mario wordlessly trying to explain what happened to Princess Peach via pantomime. It's just really good stuff, man. Can we hear some fight music, please? Not while you have a superstar, we won't. Level up music's good. Minecart minigame, good shit. Going around and getting those frog coins, we love it. What else we got? What else we got going on in here? Why is this the most replayed? Oh, is this where Bowser and Mario kiss? Or no, I think people just needed a walkthrough of how to beat this one very challenging part of the game. Anyway, we got to keep trucking, but I adore Super Mario RPG. I don't know if it's pinnacle material, but I think it does a lot of stuff, right. It does a lot of stuff that sort of cements its legacy. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, like, yeah, I think it'd be disingenuous for me to say I love this game. I will say that the world map music was my cell phone ringtone back in like the Nokia era for a really long time. Can I find that? Can I find it? I mean, all the music is so good. But the world map shit was really, really all-time. Let's go here. There we go. This is it. This is my jam, man. This brings back a lot of memories. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That's all we get? Anyway. Yeah, it's good. It's so well made. It looks incredible. Like, leaps and bounds beyond most other stuff. But I just didn't think it felt that great. But you know what does feel great? Going in and blasting a bunch of fucking aliens and taking all their shit to make powerful armor so I can go and rescue my slimy jellyfish baby. That sounds good to me. Damn, 3 hours to 100% this one. Fire Raven, absolutely shredding. Okay, Super Metroid. I hadn't played Metroid, I think, when I played Super Metroid. You know what I did play is Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. We'll get around to that in the Game Boy era. But, like, I don't know. I don't think Metroid was as beloved a name in the Nintendo canon until this game, where, I don't know, it made such a profound statement about what the search action genre was gonna be from now on, and did it in a way that cemented its legacy so that people are still playing this game. People are still randomizing this game. People are speedrunning this game. It's just an exceptional adventure with so much stuff to find. Great rewards. What we got? Wave Beam? Fuck yeah. Has this great troll moment. Let's get to that. We just talked about it on I think the most recent Besties Bracket episode. Where are we going here? Yeah, here we go. Oh, all right, I got the bomb from the Chozo statue. Uh-oh, the door's locked. Look at that. Yeah. Scary music, too. Atmospheric. Hard as shit. Hard as hell. You gotta, like, explore to, like, be able to survive. I love Super Metroid. I think until really recently, it was probably the best Metroid game. Until Metroid Prime 4, of course. Just kidding. I didn't like that game at all. But I do like this one a lot. It's getting a little crowded. I will be the first to admit that. And we haven't even finished the first platform. So we're going to have to make some tough decisions as we keep moving down the line. But come on, it's Super Metroid. It's great. It holds up. It established a lot of the genre's conventions. It's historically important. It's fun to play. Music rules. The story's great. Come on. Can we be serious now? All right, come on. We need to get our momentum back to get through the supers. Super NES Super Scope 6. Wait, what? Why is that a typo? Because I've played Super Scope, but I don't know why it's... Is the name of the game Super NES Super Scope 6? I'll be goddamned. The Super Scope... Let me... I don't know how to find a good... Super Scope. If you're not familiar... I mean, you probably are if you played Smash Brothers, because it's an item in Smash Brothers. But it was just kind of just sort of a shitty... This was the Super Scope. I mean, I say shitty. Back in the day, I thought it was really, really fucking rad. I thought it was really cool, because it looks like a bazooka, but it's a video game controller. Isn't that wild? And then this game you could use it for, and maybe like 2 more games. But like, how crazy is... Oh, sorry. The Super Scope's in the way of the gameplay footage. Yeah. It's like Tetris with a bazooka. We never owned a Super Scope, but I remember we went to visit friends, my parents' friends, for like a family trip, and they had a Super Scope, and I played it a lot, and I did not feel compelled to get a Super Scope myself after experiencing it. Okay, keep going down. Super Nintendo Entertainment System Super Set. Okay, I don't know what that is. Supernova's Arc 3D. That's, yeah, actually, that's the Wolfenstein, I think, hack. Supernova, no. Super Off-Road the Baja, cool, but no. No Super Pinball. Super Punch-Out, yeah, it was all right. Super R-Type, yeah. No baseball. Oh, guys, we're almost there. We're almost there. No. Super Robot Tyson EX. That's a good one, right? I feel like that's a franchise I've heard people talk about before. Aeon Genesis out here, I guess, translating all these classics. This is Gitter Dragon. Gitter Dragon. Why would they make the sound so scary? Mio Sasuga, please teach me how to play the game. Okay, I don't recognize this. I haven't played this, but I don't know. I recognize the name. Haven't played. No. Yes, Super Star Wars. I played all these jams. And you know what? They're pretty fucking good. They're not amazing, but they're solid, man. Here we go. You're fighting the Sarlacc pit monster in Star Wars 1. Okay, maybe this isn't the best one to show off. Maybe I think I remember Return of the Jedi being pretty okay. Let's try that. This was the last one. It came out in 94. God, I hope I'm right about this. Yeah, I mean, JVC, don't miss. Yeah, how cool. Fuck yeah, you're Leia, but you're in like the desert sort of raider costume, and look at this shit. Why do you have so many thermal detonators, Leia? We got cheats? What are we doing? Beep, beep. I like that. We have, there's like racing segments, I think, on like the land speeder. Yeah, dude, look at this. That's so sick. What a cool game. Anyway, played all those. Didn't finish them or love them particularly, but Super Street Fighter 2, how is that different from Street Fighter 2? I'm gonna skip it. Super Turrican, that was was that a top down, or that was like an R-type like, I think. I never played Super Turrican. Super Uno, no. Oh my god, we're there. Okay. If I missed anything in the Super Zone, please let me know. But I think we did an okay job of getting through there. Okay, SWAT Cats the Radical Squadron. No. Sydney Hunter in the Caverns of Death, 2018. No. Syndicate sounds familiar. Why does Syndicate sound familiar? Maybe because I've played it. There's no way of knowing except to watch. No, I have not played this. Whoa. What are we doing? We doing crime? What is this game? Yeah. Boosh, I guess, is the name of the character that Leia is in the beginning of Return of the Jedi. I never knew that. Street Fighter 2 had Super Turbo and Super Turbo versions. Fucking great, man. Okay, Syndicate doesn't look very good, and I haven't played it. T2 Terminator Judgment Day. No. Okay, I mean, I played the one that came out, like, this year. I forget who made it, but there's, like, a pretty fucking good Terminator 2 game that came out somewhat recently. Oh, this is gonna fuck me up, because it looked a lot like this. But I don't think I played this. I definitely didn't. Back home. Tactics Ogre. I have played. But I didn't get super far into, because of how hard it was. Tales of Fantasia I played on... I think there was a GBA version. Just double checking that. Yes. So I played it on GBA. I'll hold off until then. Very cool. Very novel. Sort of, RPG with, like, real-time combat, sorta. Neat game. But we'll circle back to it in the GBA town. Tasmania? Yes. Of course. A licensed Looney Tunes game starring Taz the Tasmanian Devil? Yeah, I played that one, of course. Tecmo Super Bowl... Actually, yeah. Tecmo's Secret of the Stars. What is that? What is Secret of the Stars, Tecmo? I'm Uncle Dave. I travel around the world recording... Tell me about your... So this game has a Dave save. Not the fastest. Not the fastest game. That's bingo. What the fuck? Why is this? Why are you fighting a football? What is going on in Secret of the Stars, guys? Guys, what is this? Quick. Tell me, quickly. We're gonna look up Tecmo Secret of the Stars. Not even a Wikipedia page for... So yeah, here we go. Okay, this was called Aquatalion in Japan. I can't actually keep listening to it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so a much beleaguered JRPG. It seems like Secret of the Stars, unless you're very fond of it at home, in which case more power to you. Secret of the Stars, a new book by John Green. I mean, people would go apeshit for that, I think. Okay, we are going to keep going down. Oh yeah, here we go. We got, TMNT Tournament Fighters. Let's check that. A TMNT fighting game doesn't sound super familiar. I don't know. We need to see these guys moving. Yeah, I don't think I played this. Looks alright, though. But you know that I have played Turtles in Time. What a good one. Love Turtles in Time. Probably my favorite beat 'em up until, you know, the sort of modern Renaissance. But yeah, you know, I love a co-op game I can play with my bros, my dad. This was a good one of those. Real hard. I don't think I ever really understood the tech. I never knew how to do that. How do you throw a guy? Sometimes the boss fights required you to throw guys. This happened in Battletoads too. Sometimes you had to throw guys into the screen, and I never knew how to do that. Extra content compared to the arcade version too of Turtles in Time? That's amazing. All right, y'all know Turtles in Time. I know Turtles in Time. I love Turtles in Time. It's great. Okay, Terranigma. Yes, played it. I'm gonna wait before I say I love it, because I definitely haven't finished it. I took a good chunk out of this game once a while ago, and then I hit a part that like I literally couldn't figure out what to do next. Which I don't know if that's a common issue, but this is the Quintet sort of action RPG that did not come to... Was it Quintet or was it just Enix? We'll find out here in just a second. Okay, maybe we're not going to find out. Very sort of Secret of Mana, Illusion of Gaia-y, with like a really rich kind of fantasy world. And I think you're moving through like the world has been destroyed, or you like survive the apocalypse. I don't know, man. I haven't played this game in a really long time. Terranigma had a really cool story and inconsistent gameplay quality. You have like a box, like a magic box that you can like go into. So anytime you do inventory management, you go into this box. Yep, there's the box. That was really good scrolling to get right to the box, right when we needed it. So yeah, you go into the box, and this is like the menu. But then there's like, you know, little puzzles and exploration and combat, and let's actually get into like what a dungeon looks like. Yeah, I mean, this looks a lot like Illusion of Gaia, but like, you know, with some extra shit going on there. I gotta give this one another shot. The third game in the Soul Blazer trilogy, right? So it's I think Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and then this one. But this one never came to the States. It was not until it, you know, got fan translated much later on. This is one I've wanted to go back to for a while, but I dig it a lot, and I know there's a lot of people in the chat who are feeling it. Big Terranigma fans in the chat. Okay, Tetris and Dr. Mario, I don't think so. Tetris 2, yes. Tetris Attack, yup. Yes. I almost checked that I finished it. I think I would qualify that for the puzzle mode. So I loved. I mean, I loved playing Tetris Attack competitively. This is one that I feel like I could pick up and be okay at. When I moved to Chicago, we had like a little back, like screened-in patio area. It was very small, but we put like an old CRT TV and a Super Nintendo back there, and we would just play Tetris Attack quite frequently because it is a good game. I think Puzzle League is the shorthand kind of descriptor for what kind of puzzle game this is. You're like moving tiles and they fall, and you match 3 or 4 or 5 or more to get combos and drop more blocks on your opponent. But you gotta go so fast. You gotta go so very fast. It was really, really great. Can we see the puzzle? You don't need to see the puzzle mode. Puzzle mode was great. It would just put some bricks on a thing. It would say you have 3 moves. You got to get rid of all of them. It's cool. Cool. A lot of good noodle scratchers. You know. We back. We are back. All right. We got a truck, guys. We got a truck. Tetris Battle Guide, no. Theme Park, no. Thomas and Tank Engine, no. Thoroughbred Breeder, no. Absolutely not. Thunder Spirits, no. Tick, yes. Tick, yeah. I saw a shout out for Tick in the chat if you want to see what the Tick looked like in video game form. It was just a very silly sort of beat him up. Look at that. He does a little flick with his finger. That's the Tick, man. Yeah, I played this. I didn't finish it, but if you like this sort of thing, then the Tick is here for you. Time Killers, no. Time Tracks does sound familiar to me. Let's check out Time Tracks. But again, this might just be because of the power of advertising. Yeah. It's not good. I think I played this game on like an emulator, largely just because of the power of the title itself. Time Tracks with an X. But not a great game. But one I have played for sure. Time Cop, yes. Yes. Tin Star. Huh, wait, is that like a cowboy game? Is Tin Star a cowboy game? Let's take a look at it. Okay, I've not played Tin Star. Looks crazy. Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster Bust Loose. Yes, absolutely. A great platformer. Great platformer. I would rank it up there with the Sierra Madrock, Flintstones kind of licensed platformer, that whole sort of thing. I've not played Wacky Sports Challenge. You love... Who do you love? Oh, Tin Star, yeah. Tin Star is, he's great. But I have not played him. Todd McFarlane's Spawn, the video game? I don't think so. Tom and Jerry. God damn you, Tom and Jerry, for making me watch to see if I've played you or not. I gotta just like... It seems like something I would have played, but it's not sparking joy at all, so I do think I need to skip it. Okay, keep on zooming. I think the S's took so much. I think we're gonna be able to get through the rest of these pretty quickly. Toys was a licensed game based on toys, which is a really, really, really strange flick. Just really, 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 a really weird one, gang. They really don't make them like they used to. This looks really not great. This looks really not super fun. But I did play it, so thank you, toys. What were we talking about? People are just talking about toys. Toys, I haven't seen toys in a long time. But when the movie came out in the early 90s and they were like, hey, new Robin Williams flick about toys, you get a certain picture in your mind, in your 6-year-old mind, of what that movie's going to be like. Friends. Get out of here, every game ever. Get out of here. The movie's not what you thought it was going to be like when you're 6. The movie's not going to be like that. Just so you know. Keep on going. All right. Traverse Starlight and Prairie sounds cool. Yeah, I know we're running a little late here, and I do want to finish the SNES era, but... Okay, no. We're not going to actually watch that. Let's see. What do we got next? What have we actually played? I have played the True Lies adaptation. I didn't anticipate this, but I am truly ashamed of how many licensed Super Nintendo games I've played. Most of them, as it turns out. UN Squadron, sure, yeah. It's a pretty common one. I didn't play any of the Ultimas on SNES. I don't know how many of those came stateside, but Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, yeah. Ultraman, yes. This was a good game. This was my first exposure to Ultraman. And it was a pretty sick one. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. I didn't know who any of this guy was. I didn't know his deal, but I knew he could backflip, and you could charge up a big laser to blast these fucking guys. The fights took forever. I got that last chord. That last chord really sent me. What? Music theory people out there, what happened? What is that? Crazy work. Nice. Okay, yeah, this is it. You're Ultraman and you fight big guys and you charge up to get strong. Love it. Love Ultraman. Keep on trucking. Keep on going. Uniracers, yes. I don't love it as much as a lot of other people do. Untouchables, yes. A lot of people like Uniracers. It was not my jam. Was that a rare title, I think? Maybe. Keep on going. Oh, gang, we're almost there. Venom and Spider-Man Separation Anxiety. Actually, yes. I know what I said earlier, but I did play that one. Virtual Bart. Yeah, another one in the kind of like weird Simpsons minigame style collection thing. I do kind of want to look at Virtual Bart just to remember what kind of fucked up stuff Matt and the gang sort of threw at you. Get out of there, Bart. You're just a baby. I want to see the level select for Virtual Bart. Because Bart's in like a VR thing at his school science fair. Sorry. Bart brought to his science fair his dad's severed head? It's fucking twisted, dude. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, what a good level select screen. You don't get to pick. You thought you were gonna pick what Bart game you did? No. Leave it up to fate. What's the most you've ever lost in a coin toss? Bart's Nightmare. This was not a good game, gang. It simply wasn't. But I did play it, so there you have it. Wario's Woods. That's, I think, the next one we got on the list here. Yeah, it's okay. I never got too deep into it. Warlock sounds familiar. Let's scope out Warlock. Let's just see what Warlock's all about. Whoa. I like the animations. Wait, this does kind of seem... The sound is not my favorite. Oh, you couldn't even see that. Sorry. Okay, I don't think I played Warlock. Nor do I really want to. Waterworld. Did I play the license? It would be weird if I played all the other licensed movie games on the SNES and did not play this one. It did kind of look like Flashback a little bit. Whoa. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. This does not seem familiar. It seems bad. I was just sort of in a daze because of Waterworld there. Wayne's World, yeah, one of the all-time worst. Okay, we're almost there, I believe. WCW Super Brawl Wrestling, no. Waterworld for the Virtual Boy was a real thing? I don't know, man. I owned a Virtual Boy and 2 games. So I don't recall. I don't think Waterworld was one of them. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. I mean, it's a good hang on SNES, honestly. Didn't play any of the Carmen Sandiego games here. Wild Guns. Wild Guns was another one of those behind-the-shoulder, I think, forced sort of perspective cowboy shooters. Yeah. That's good. Hard as hell. Never really got super far in it, but pretty cool. Wild Guns. Wild Snake. What do you know, Wild Snake? Wild Guns deserves peak, though? Whoa. Damn, okay. Well, let's go back and watch Wild Guns a little bit more. What are we doing, Wild Snake? What are we doing? Wild Snake, what are we doing, man? Gang, I'm struggling to even figure out sort of what we're doing here. So if you touch a like snake with if you touch a snake the same color of the snake, then that snake disappears. But other shit seems to happen also, and I don't know why. If you make a Tetris, does it matter? Why would they do this? Why, Wild Snake? I mean, let's watch a little more Wild Guns. Maybe I should play more of this game because there's a lot of people here saying that it's a pinnacle. I just found it really hard to avoid the bullets. I found it really hard to avoid the bullets in this game because of the perspective of the thing. I mean, it does look fucking rad, though. Why are you fighting a train? Hell yeah, Wild Guns. You know what? I might put... I will do this. I'm gonna put Wild Guns on the queue. Where'd the music go? Oh, okay. It was just transitioning to the next song. I'll go back and play it again. There's that many people who love it. Okay, I only played Wing Commander on the PlayStation 1. So no. Winning Post, no. Winter Gold, Winter Olympics, Lillehammer 94. We did check that out, I think, to stream it, but I didn't stick with it. Fuck, Wizardry. Wizardry. I don't... Wizardry was a PC thing, I think, first, right? I didn't play any Wizardry games on the SNES, but we'll come back to it come PC time. I don't know how we're gonna do the PC. That's gonna be a whole discussion for a later date. Right now, I'm head down, getting through the SNES era. Wolfenstein, yeah, of course. Don't think I ever finished it, but, you know. What's Wordtris? What is Wordtris? Wizardry's way more popular in Japan. Yeah, from what I understand, like, Dragon Quest was very much inspired by that. Hello. Didn't play Wordress. Let's keep going. Worms? No. Played Worms, I think, for the first time on Dreamcast. So we'll keep on cruising through. Wrecking Crew 98. I definitely didn't play a Super Nintendo game in 98. No. Excalibur 2097, yeah! I remember I bought this one, and I bought Dr. Franken at the same time for like $5 at KB. And I lucked out because I remember this game being sweet. God, I hope it's still sweet. The story's cool so far. They got Slash and Kane and Raptor. Oh wait, this isn't what I thought it was. Fuck. I was thinking of a game where you, like, I don't know, you had, like, different robots, and there was, like, a cat robot, and, like, and you were, like, exploring and shit. What was that game called? I don't know. This wasn't it, though. Sorry, everybody. That must have been really disappointing. Did I cover Excalibur? Does it start with an E? Did I do that? Let's see. I should be able to remember. No, it's not on here. What is that game called? I dreamed it, maybe. Okay, anyway. Zardion? Was Zardion it? Maybe I'm thinking of just another X-based game. X-Men Mutant... Oh, shit. Did play X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. X-Zone... X-Zone, I think, that's like the first-person shooter deal, I think. Whoa, cool. Okay. That's enough flashing. Thank you so much. Looks cool. I don't think I played it. Zardion. Super Excalibur. Oh, wait. Yeah, wait. Was that it? No, not Super Excalibur. That ain't on here. Maybe it wasn't maybe it was Zardion. I don't know. What was Zardion's deal? Yo, I like Zardion's deal. I don't know him, but they did a Contra, and his name is Zardion. Haven't played it, but cool. Oh, don't say things that, like check this one out in the chat, because I don't have time to... It's hard enough to kind of like follow what's happening over there, and I want to. I love that this is as collaborative process as it is. But if you do a joke, I don't have time to find the context for it. I will just assume that the thing you're talking about is a good-ass game. Keep on going. Yoshi's Cookie. I played that on NES. Why is that on SNES? I don't know. Yoshi's Safari? I didn't know that, Mr. Munchakoopas had a Safari-based game. The Flashing Gang. Is this real life? Is this real? When did this one come out? 93. Apparently. Guys, what the fuck is this? We're out here with a Yoshi-based first-person shooter on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. What is it? What are we doing? Warning! You've confused me. Warning. Okay. Now we get into Ys. Definitely played Ys 3, and I think that's where we are going to stop with Ys. Yoshi's Cookie. I gotta wait until NES. It's a Super Scope game. That makes a lot more sense to me. Is that gonna do it for us here? No, it's not. No, it's definitely not. Because we got Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Great. 2-player, let's just watch a little bit of it. Well, no, because we're going to watch Zool and Zoop, and I don't want to overstay my my slot here. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, great. Kind of twin sticky, although not that, like, you know, difficult, I guess. Game, you're going around, you're trying to rescue people from zombies, and you're shooting them with squirt guns and all kinds of crazy weapons, and it's got lots of attitude. I got Zool and I got Zoop. I'm tempted to stay here in this fucking dope Cave Story remix. We're doing Zool first. Let's start with Zool. I get them confused, so I'm excited to unpack this. We got Zool first. Yes, dude. So much. Again, the flashing is like crazy. This was, what I appreciate about Zool is if you're gonna make a platformer that cannot hang up there with the big dogs, you may as well make it go really fucking fast. Like, if the game's not gonna be amazing, make it go fast, because then at least it's doing something sort of memorable. Zool's fast as hell, dude. But I don't want to talk about Zool. I'm a Zoop man. Zoop came out on every fucking platform under the sun, and it was a almost inscrutable puzzle game. Let me show you what Zool was working with. Let's get over to Zool. This was Zool. So you like, okay, I'll try to explain what's going. Can we slow down the Zool? Let's get the playback speed going. Let's give it, yeah, let's go with that. That's going to sound crazy. I'm going to turn that way down. But you moved around this little 4x4 grid, and you could go and you would swap out a color, and you had to make sort of rows of like colors. It was like a pretty clever idea for a puzzle game. The extent to which they went full court press to make Zoop be in every American household, it was truly unlike anything I had ever seen. They flooded the zone with Zoop in a way that you just couldn't avoid Zoop. Everyone owned Zoop. The government mandated a copy of Zoop in every house. It was licensed by Nintendo, but who made Zoop? Or was Zoop a sort of virgin birth software situation? Viacom. Okay, thank you, Viacom, for Zoop. That's it. That's really all that Zoop had going on. Let's get that playback speed back to normal. We played Zoop. We owned Zoop. It was Zoop. It wasn't. It was just Zoop, gang. Forget about it. It's Zoop. I did it! That's every game ever, just on the Super Nintendo, though. This is good celebration music. All right, so here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do now. I don't want to fuck this list up, so I'm going to duplicate it. Are y'all still seeing this? Are we on the spreadsheet scene? Yeah. That's Zoop. So now with this copy, now I can fuck around with the formatting. So if I do sort sheet. No. Okay, but wait, yes, actually that should be okay. And that'll skip out all of those. So, well, let's sort it the other way. This is insane. Sort sheet Z to A. And that will show me the checked games so I can get an idea of how many games I've played on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It starts on line 2, so we'll subtract the final number by 1. 236 games total. Moving everything up 1 space, we got 236 games. That ain't bad. That's a lot more than I probably would have guessed had you asked me. So I think we can just sort of... Just going to do a little bit of spreadsheet management. This is why you came here, right? And if I come here to this new list, this is every game ever master list so far. All of the Super Nintendo games I've played. Jokes aside, I feel a tremendous amount of satisfaction right now, having finished all that. What platform is next? I know that you all are wondering. I have Game Boy ready to go. Just regular old Game Boy. But I am also willing to hop over to another system. Let me say this. There's going to be platforms that I'm probably going to be able to get through in one episode just because I haven't played a ton of them, right? Like, gun to my head, I could tell you 2 Sega Saturn games I played, right? And they only made 15 Sega Saturn games or something like that, so maybe that's a bad example. But maybe we want to save Game Boy. Maybe we don't want to do 2 Nintendos back to back. I don't know that I want to put it up to a poll because there's a million of these platforms and everyone's going to kind of want to go a different way. But I'll pray on it. But right now, we get rid of the copy of SNES here. Yes. We keep the SNES. Yes. And then we have this cool master list with 236 games on it. Fantastic. How many games have we loved? How many games have we finished? We can learn all of this information. We got 29 games. We only finished 29 games. That's like a 10% hit rate. Not amazing. And how many games did we love? 31. We loved more games than we finished. That makes sense. Okay, hey, that's going to do it for us this time on Every Game Ever. Ran a little bit late today, but I feel very good about the progress that we have made. I always knew the SNES was going to take a while because it's the platform that I was sort of, I don't know, most obsessed with as a kid. I think there's going to be a few of those. I think the PlayStation 1 era is going to take us a while to churn through. I think a lot of the Sega stuff will be a little bit faster. So we'll space it out. Thank you so much for listening. If you're a fan of the Adventure Zone, here in 2 weeks, I want to say, a little bit more than 2 weeks, on in mid-July, the 16th, I want to say. When does the book come out? Chat, or rather not chat, but the McElroy family account in the chat right now. Hey, go to theadventurezonecomic.com because that graphic novel, it will be out on July 16th. It may come out a day or two before that. I don't remember. July 14th is the release date. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of this book, gang. I'm so proud of it. We worked really, really hard on it. And then Carrie worked about 1,000 times harder on it than we worked on it. So much love went into this book. It's a big, beefy tome that wraps up the story. So if you are thinking about reading it, if you go to theadventurezonecomic.com, you can pre-order it, which helps us out a lot. It lets booksellers know how many copies of our book to stock, which is very, very important. And also some retailers are doing different bonuses if you pre-order through them. All of that is over at theadventurezonecomic.com. We are doing an event in Medford, Massachusetts, July 16th to celebrate the release of the book. And we're all going to be there, and it's going to be a great time. So please go check that out. That link. We got merch over at McElroyMerch.com as well that you can go take a gander at if you'd like. Like and subscribe. It doesn't feel great to say that unironically, but we are working real hard here to get these streams regular and consistent and making lots of stuff here, and it's really a treat. I love doing this series. I love doing Trial by Fieri, and it helps us out a great deal if you share it in the ways that the algo prefers. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next Friday with another episode, starting a new platform here on Every Game Ever. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.